Okay guys, it's time for another DIY. Let me tell you, I love to make delicious food because we can go out and spend all our money on restaurant and ambiance and all that, but sometimes you have to bring that to your house and make things that you love at home. And the more you spend time learning and growing in your culinary skills, the easier it is to get excited about cooking at home as much as it is exciting to go out and be out in the world and spend money eating at a restaurant. So today I've got another DIY for you coming right up. Okay, now you know we can't just jump in without acknowledging exactly what is about to happen. So we are making Chile Rellenos or stuffed peppers. We are going to do this. It's going to be so amazing. I just want you to know how fantastic this dish is. So make sure you pay attention. Make sure that you're prepared for this greatness because it's going to be so good. So if you have never worked with peppers before, they are so delicious. Now, this is my first time buying them and making them at home because I usually do buy this dish when I am out at the restaurant. So in that case, it's usually stuffed with cheese, which you know I love. So we're going to just clean it out and get all the seeds out, get the core out, and cut it so that we can go ahead and put it in the oven. Now, this pepper is a poblano pepper, by the way. We're going to oil it after you wash it out, clean it, get all the seeds out. You're going to put some oil on it because you're going to put it in the oven and get it nice and toasty. And let me tell you, when this pepper is cooking, your mouth is going to start watering right away. So put a little salt and pepper on there and then make sure you get a good amount of olive oil on there. You can use vegetable oil if that's what you'd like, and put this in the oven. So just to kind of give you a heads up of what's about to happen, we are going to stuff this pepper with some delicious veggies. Yes, we're going to put veggies in it because it's going to be amazing. And you can make multiple at one time. I'm just making one right now just because it's just me. So pop that in the oven for about 15 minutes. And in the meantime, get ready because this step right here, I promise you I will never have regular sour cream ever again because it's so good. So get your 2 scoops of sour cream. You're going to get a lime. You're going to zest the lime and put the juice, half of a lime, put the juice in there. And then you're going to add a little bit of water, salt and pepper, stir it up, put it to the side. Because I'm getting excited just thinking about how delicious this is. So stir it up, put it to the side because this is going to be the topping for this pepper once we get it stuffed and baked, and it's going to be amazing. Just trust me. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and start preparing the veggies. Now I do have some quinoa already boiling and cooking. If you have some leftover rice, you can always use that. I'm using corn, Roma tomatoes, black beans, and onions to put inside my filling, and it's going to be, I think I said it before, it's going to be amazing. So as you know, being 50, empty nesting, and an entrepreneur, you know, my life is busy. There's always something happening, and eating a delicious meal, sometimes if I don't tell myself, let's go eat, I will continue to work. I will just be focused and do all the things. But I want to just remind you guys how easy it is to cook a delicious meal at home. When you know what it is that you love and that you enjoy eating, then make time to treat yourself. And I know if you're like me, you're single and you're making one, table for one, you are making one meal. Sometimes it can be like, oh, I'm just going to make something quick, open this can of soup. But you don't have to do that. You can learn how to create the appropriate portions for a single meal. And if it's for two, guess what? You can save some for later. So I want you to just try this delicious dish. So we're going to add the quinoa to the beans, onion, corn, and Roma tomato mixture. It is going to just simmer because, this really doesn't need to cook. It just needs to kind of get the flavors all mixed together. And you're going to want to throw some seasoning in there too. I use some garlic salt and pepper, and you can also put some seasoning salt like Lowry's or something, whatever is your favorite go-to seasoning salt. And then you'll know when this is ready because that pepper is going to start smelling so good in about 15 minutes. I think I did maybe 17 minutes, but you'll know. So keep an eye on it. You don't want it to be too cooked, but you want it to be really well, like, look at this, delicious. Like, see how it's just folding over. You can even see the heat coming out of this because it's so good. So what you're going to want to do is just open that up and then start preparing to scoop some of your mixture inside. And that's what we're going to do right now. What's that? Is that your stomach growling? Listen, this dish is so delicious. I can't wait for you to try it and let me know how it turned out for you. As you can see, I've added the filling. I've added some more cheese because nothing's better than cheese, then some more cheese. But this next step, guys, I have to admit, I made a mistake. Don't do this. This sauce that we made with the sour cream does not go on right now. So hold on tight. So I had to break in because I think I'm thirsty. Don't you need something to drink? It is time to make a simple margarita, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's going to be delicious with this dinner. Here we go. Okay, raise your hand if you love margaritas. Listen, if you're like me, I usually have margaritas when I go out because I have my at-home go-to drink, which we do know now that is vodka tonic, but I digress. What you're gonna wanna do is get your 3 limes because we're gonna need to make a delicious margarita with super simple instructions, guys. Margaritas are easy to make at home, so grab your limes, cut them up. We're going to juice the limes, and limes are kind of expensive, so depending on your location and your store, listen, make sure you have enough because you don't want to have 1 cup of margarita and then be like, oh gosh, I sure wish I would have got more limes. So get enough limes, and then you're going to squeeze the limes. You want to fill up. 1 drink is going to use 4 ounces of lime juice. So just depending on how thirsty you are, and if you want to have more than 1 margarita with your delicious Chile Rellenos, you choose, buy more limes. So we're going to squeeze the limes. We're going to get this juicer full of all the lime juice, and I love using this tool because it does keep all the seeds and keep all the pulp out so we can get right to the juice. So it's an amazing thing to have. So make sure you juice your limes. You're also going to want to have your tequila, Grand Marnier, and agave syrup. Now, if you don't have agave syrup, you can use simple syrup or triple sec, either one, whichever one you have. So I've got my limes juiced. I'm going to measure it out, but who's measuring anyway? Because we're going to use all this. So it just so happens that it was exactly 4 ounces, which is what I needed. So those 3 limes made 4 ounces of lime juice, which was perfect. Okay, so now we're going to get our syrup, and agave syrup is my choice. We're going to use 2 ounces, so 4 ounces of lime juice, 2 ounces of agave syrup. So I'm going to measure that out. So I have a tablespoon, so 2 tablespoons equals 1 ounce. So I'm going to use 4 ounces, 4 tablespoons of agave syrup in my lime juice and mix it up. As you can see, I was having a hard time with this top because it was not on great, so I'm just glad that it didn't ruin all my lime juice by spilling all into it and having too much. So anyway, what we're going to do is mix this up really good and get that all ready to go, because this is going to be your mix. And instead of buying a mix and having that horrible headache and stomach ache and all the things, if you use fresh drink mix that made at home, it's going to be delicious. Then you're going to get your tequila. We're going to do 2 ounces of tequila. Now, my dad tasted this. He was like, "It's good because you used that great, you used that expensive tequila." Yes, I did, and it was delicious, and that's what it's supposed to do. So use your favorite tequila of choice, 2 ounces. And then to make it even more better, we're going to use Grand Marnier. You're only going to add, but you can put however much you like. We're going to use 1/2 ounce in the mix here. So we're going to put all of our liquor in 1 cup. So 2 ounces of tequila and 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier. So my brother, who loves margaritas, always gets a Grand Marnier floater. So I am very familiar with this, and it's going to be delicious. So let's retract. We're going to do 4 ounces of lime juice, 2 ounces of agave syrup, and then 2 ounces of tequila, then 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier. And don't forget, you may want to do sugar, but this is pick your poison, sugar or salt. So the best way to salt your rim is to just slice your lime right in the middle and then put it around the rim of your glass. Super easy. You've got an easy way to salt your rim now, and then you can just dip it right in the margarita salt. Okay, now that you have all of your items prepared, the next thing we need to do is get some ice in this bad baby. What I love, I found this cute ice tray that makes these little bitty ice cubes that I use for matcha and coffee, iced coffee, whenever. Sometimes I use this tray and just pour the coffee in there and put that, but that's a whole nother video. Anywho, we're going to use the ice cubes here for this margarita, and these ice cubes are amazing because they are the perfect size for drinks. Now, the next couple of steps, you already know what to do. We're going to get all of our pieces together. So we've got our salted rim glass with ice. We've got our lime mix with agave syrup, and we've got our liquor. We are ready to go. Do you see how simple this is? Like, not even 4 ingredients, like super easy. You can make it home, and it's delicious, guys, and so refreshing. And most importantly, it's perfect for this meal. So go ahead and pour your liquor in, and then go ahead and pour in, I probably need a bigger glass, but you're going to go ahead and pour in your mix, and then just mix it up. When I tell you, you are not going to be upset. You might want to add more lime depending on your taste, or more liquor depending on how crunk you want to get. Did I just say crunk? Yes, I did. 50. Just remember 1971. Look at this, guys. So good. And here's the taste test. Okay, now back to the mistake. So listen, I had to pause and have a drink on that because I was so excited about making this that I poured this too soon. So you're going to want to stuff your pepper, add the cheese, and then put it in the oven. But don't add your sour cream mix until after, because you want that to be cold and you don't want that to be hot. But let me tell you, it was still delicious anyway. But don't do what I did. Put it in the oven for another 15-17 minutes. Let that really get cooked. Now you can broil it and let it really heat up that pepper if that's what you like. I just went ahead and baked it for a little bit longer, and enjoyed my margarita. So you choose. Look at this. Oh, I mean, it just opened up. The cheese is coming through. It is smelling amazing. I wish you could. Let's just enjoy this real quick. I hope you will take a moment to like and subscribe to my new YouTube channel. I am excited about all the things that are happening here in the Simple Life. And if you enjoyed this simple meal in margarita, listen, please stay tuned for the next vlog and the next DIY episode coming next week.